Hey guys, welcome back. This is Joanne again from Chayatsuji Kimono. This is the part 2 of my Q&A. I've got my questions ready and so there we go. Putting them on here. First question asked by Kurai D78. How did you get in kimono and do you speak Japanese? Let's put on the easy question first. I do not speak Japanese for now. I'm trying to, but for the moment it's just too hard for me. The translation between the kanji and then translate it to English and then to Dutch is a little bit difficult for me at the moment. But trying to, it's hard. The things I do know are mostly related to kimono and or related to geisha. So other than that, yeah. If you come up to me, better speak in English, because that is much more easier for me than Japanese. And how did I get in kimono? Well, as I told in the previous part, it's mostly because of Michael and geisha that at some point I just wanted to know how kimono feels like, how it feels to be worn. And I chose to go for a regular kimono style instead of how they wear, like hikizuri style, which is very hard, and I still don't manage to get it right exactly by putting it on myself and not having someone else to do it for me. So there we go. And then a whole list of Kawanaga Nishikichiken. He or she, I'm not sure. He has quite a bit of questions, so here we go. How many kimono do you have? Currently it's between 45 and 50, around that mark. I'm not sure how many exact, but just about those, 45 to 50, somewhere around that. And he also asked, where do you buy your kimono from? Mostly it's eBay and kimono selling websites like Ichiroya or Shinei or So. Rakuten I did buy from once. No idea how I managed to do that. It's one of the first purchases I ever did. But other than that, it's mostly eBay. Yeah. And also, may you also show more complicated, intricate tutorials or knots that can be made from fukuro rather than the simple taiko. Still, it won't be the intricate, but because most of those will be made with some kind of obi aid, which I don't have. So yeah, I wish I could show you, but because I don't have that kind of obi aid, I can't. It's not that I don't want to, I just can't. And I think this person meant mostly the furichore style of obi knots, and most of those that I know of are just simply made up by the person who dresses the particular girl. That's called kawari, if I remember correctly. It just translates as made up, like just random obi style that doesn't have a specific name. So yeah, I wish I could, but yeah, I don't have the necessities, like the obi aid, bio sukata. Forgive me about the term because I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. He also asked, what is the most expensive kimono you bought? That would probably be my Michael Hikizuri, which is a genuine kimono woven by a genuine Michael. It's a little bit older though. It's about 40 years old, maybe 50, but that's about it. For me, yeah, it was about 450 euro, which for me is quite a lot of money. For a hikizuri, that's actually pretty cheap, considering, yeah, it's not in the best shape, but Michael Hikizuri and Michael Obi, they go easily for more than $1,000. Depends on the condition, but the better the condition, yeah, $1,000 is still considered cheap. But yeah, what makes you have to have interest in kimono? Well, as I said particularly through Michael and Geisha, that's how I got into kimono, and that's still how I maintain it. And even from the geisha themselves, I look at seasonality. If I'm not sure whether I could wear one obi that I have because of the pattern, if I see them wearing them, then I'm alright. If I don't see them wearing them, I might be hesitant to wear them as well. And when did you buy your first kimono? That will probably be in August or September 2011. Yeah. It's been quite a while, it's been 4.5 years. I don't actually own it anymore, because it was kind of falling apart and someone else wanted to restore it and sew it back together the way it should. And yeah, I gave her that kimono in... Yeah, I actually gave it to her because she wanted to do that, and if she really wanted to do that, I just couldn't ask any money for it. And do you sell your kimono? Yes, I do, but not on a web shop or anything. These are just private sales through specific kimono selling Facebook groups that are only, I think they're actually hidden. For example, the International Kimono Auctions. That one is mainly visited by kimono lovers that will buy items from one another. But that's where I sell my kimono. I have got a sale album on my page. I have a few items in there, and I will share that particular album if I need to or want to sell off items. But other than that, no, I don't sell kimono as in a web shop or Etsy or eBay or something, no. And then Georgia Patterson asks, how do you go about working out padding, its placement and where to use it? This is probably very specific. For me it took quite a while because my shoulders are wider than the norm. Then it goes quite a bit in of the waist, and it just goes a little bit out for my hips. So my hips are actually smaller than my shoulders, which is actually the ideal men's form, funnily enough, because they wanted to have almost a V shape rather than an X shape for a woman. It's kind of funny, but for me it's, I only need one padding belt. That's enough for me, but I can understand if you have very large breasts that you might want to put them there by putting something here or underneath to kind of even it out. The placement of the pattern could be either on the lower back, on the front, if you have a very dramatic waistline. You might want to end up putting more there. It might take quite a bit of time to work it all out, how much to use it, when do you use it. I use it always. Even with yukata, I use the regular amount of padding. I used to use one of my bath towels, which was in the width-wise it's about 100 centimeters, then in it's about 70. I used to use that one, fold it in 3, and then put it around my waist. Still use that for my mannequin actually, but that one has an even more dramatic waistline than me. But that's, for me I use it always, but it depends on the person really, what he or she she actually feels comfortable with. For one maybe more than the other. Actually, I don't it's not only the waist belt, I use a piece of cloth, like a handkerchief, on between the ladies, I should say. It's just because when I pull the collars really taut, it kind of gets, it goes like that between the ladies, I should say.